What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about you today in this video. We're talking about you, the savvy crypto investor. Yes, I said savvy. Even with the past week, you might not feel savvy, especially because the whole market looks like this right now. We're coming down a little bit. Bitcoin's actually having a little bounce right here, to be fair. Hopefully it's a bounce, right? It's moments like this that are very trying, and this is where you really separate yourself from the rest of the pack. You either become part of the herd that gets scared, that panic sells, that says they're done with crypto. They don't mean it, by the way, guys. Everybody that you're seeing on X.com or on your favorite Discord groups or even on your Facebook pages, whatever it might be, if they're saying they're done with crypto, they're tapping out, what they're really saying is this moment in the market is terrifying me. It's scary. I'm going to sell what money I have left out of the markets. And then once the market recovers and pumps back up again, I will happily buy at higher prices. That's what they're saying. Don't be those people. Don't be somebody who you've come all this way, you've spent all this time, all these months, all these years investing in crypto just to waste it right now, right before we're at this pinnacle of a moment where things are really about to take off. I want to show you guys something here, and I've said this in a couple of videos today. I want to go over it real quick, just my thoughts, okay, with what we're doing right now. We're going to zoom way the hell out, okay? We're going to zoom way the hell out. A lot of people are comparing this crash to what we saw in 2020 with COVID, okay? That's what's happening. A lot of people are saying, man, we haven't had a crash this bad since COVID. Just understand where we are and understand where people's minds are. People are dramatic right now because that drop was nothing at all compared to COVID. It does not even close. Not even close. The crash here was worse than what we're going through now, right? And we still grew afterwards. We still went from a $33,000 price to a $69,000 price in Bitcoin, right, in the months to follow. We have a lot of growth to go left in the cycle. What we're doing here, I would equate this exact moment, I would equate it to this exact moment here. Stocks were moving up higher. Stocks are at new all-time highs. Commodities were on the rise, right? Everything was going up except for crypto. Real estate was even going up. Everything except for crypto. People were wondering, did I make the right move? Should I invest in commodities? Should I invest in other things? Maybe stocks are a better way to go about it. I shouldn't be invested in crypto right now. I shouldn't invest in altcoins. I should just be full max Bitcoin. What was I ever thinking? And then Bitcoin rallied, and the rest of the markets, the others, the altcoin markets, really took off. Right? They really took off. I would equate, again, what we're doing right now to maybe like sometime. I would equate the environment that we're in right now not even to what we saw during COVID, but more likely like what we saw over here right before the massive rally began. Right here with Bitcoin, right before this massive rally began, and people are freaking out. People are definitely freaking out right now, and it's okay. It's okay to freak out. We've all been there, but the thing is, and just hear these words, the people that freak out the most in moments like this tend to be the lesser experienced people. If you've been in this market for even 2 cycles, let alone 3 or more, you're probably not phased by this move because we all know where crypto is going. It's going in one direction and one direction only, and that's higher. It's going higher. Crypto is and Bitcoin specifically, and other top currencies specifically, are technological innovations that are here to stay. They're not going away. They're only going to get better. And I saw somebody make a post today. They're like, crypto's going to get so good one day that you're not even going to know you're using it whenever you use it. That's today. That's today. Did you know that every single transaction you make, every single transaction that you do with a Visa card, at least for Visa, I can speak true to this, it is they use blockchain technology. They have their own token that they use to process these transactions. They've been doing it since 2018. If you're using Visa, which most people do for their debit cards or credit cards or whatever, you are literally using crypto every single day. Crypto is the future. It is the future. And you use it every day without knowing because it's so much cheaper to transact. Now, Visa doesn't drop their fees. They haven't dropped their fees. They're still charging the same amounts they always have. But to them, it's a lesser cost. They're making money. Crypto's here to stay, right? Big banks are not going to be able to compete with crypto, and I think that they're starting to see that. Where before you were seeing a lot of big banks and institutions, Morgan Stanley, Jamie Dimon was saying, if any of my employees talk about crypto or say they're invested in crypto, they're getting fired. They went from that to now they're opening the floors for their clients, for their customers to invest in crypto. Even is it Van Eck that was hostile, or is it another one that starts with a V? I can't remember. Even but large institutions are opening their doors to crypto like never before. Okay, we're definitely at this pinnacle moment where things are about to take off, and the worst thing you can do right now is focus on the red numbers, focus on the fact that we've dropped. The best thing you can do is zoom out, right? what we're doing right now is not that dramatic. It's really not that big of a deal. We've got a lot of growth coming our way, you guys. None of the cycle top indicators have hit. Our liquidation levels as far as shorts versus longs go, we have over the past 24 hours alone, just in the past 24 hours, if it loads, we have about $5 billion in shorts. That's crazy. Remember this, anytime that we're near those levels in a 24-hour period, $5 billion in shorts or longs, we typically do reverse from those points, okay? If we go to the past 30 days, remember this number as well. Typically when we're at that $20 billion level, whether it's shorts or longs, that's typically when we're in these areas of a turnaround point as well. We had $20 billion in longs at the top here, okay? At the top, all the way up here, this is where we had $20 billion in longs. We had $20 billion in shorts here and here as well, okay? We're at these moments where we typically do turn around, and where was I going to say? Oh yeah, and then the crypto news too is really really negative, right? It's everything. It's a perfect storm of psychological warfare right now for you and your bags, okay? Because we're at the lowest point. All this negative news for crypto is coming out right now. All the negative news is coming out, right? Look, 5 arrested on suspicions of crypto scams. Let's see. Where else we got? Let's see. PayPal's crypto partner mints a whopping $300 trillion worth of stablecoins in technical error. Probably not 300 trillion worth, right? It might have been worth that, but somebody didn't walk out with $300 trillion, right? They didn't just give that to somebody. Technical error right here. Scam. They're trying to make crypto seem like something that it's not, which is this immature asset class. This immature asset class. Hold on. Sorry guys, I gotta come on. I'm opening up an applesauce for my daughter. There you go. I love you. Yeah. They're making it seem as though this is just a fraudulent, immature asset class that only degenerates invest in, right? But that's not the case. When the CNBC, whenever I started investing in crypto, when CNBC was posting negative articles, that was typically the time to buy. And mark my words, this is the first time I've seen CNBC posting 2 negative articles literally within the same 24-hour period. It's crazy. In months. We haven't seen that happen in months. Throughout this whole time, they've really been positive. CNBC's been very positive since July on Bitcoin. Now they're negative. Isn't it odd how they're the most negative that they've been since July at the lows, at the lowest price that we've seen? They're not there to help you. The media is not here to help you. They're here to distract you. They're here to engage you. And in moments of fear, again, they're not promoting negative articles. Maybe they're promoting negative articles to make you sell your bags. Maybe it's that. Maybe there's some conspiracy there, and I could bite on that. Maybe there is psychological warfare going on so that you sell your bags to the big dogs and they buy. But really what I think it is they don't care about you. They don't care if you're going to sell or buy or whatever. They don't care about you. All they care about is engagement. And whenever things are dumping, promoting fear, promoting FUD, it's a really good way to get people engaged because it doesn't even have to be rational. If it's based in some logic at all or some truth at all, it'll get engagement because people are like, should I sell? Should I sell? Tell me to sell. Tell me that this is the right moment to sell. Tell me that we're screwed and I need to get out now while I still can, right? They're looking for these answers. And the thing is, you're going to find them. If you're looking for negative stuff, you're going to find it. You can always find it. But the reality is crypto's going to come back. We're genuinely at this pinnacle moment where the finale phase is about to start. I'm sick of saying it too. It's been months. It's been months of making videos that where I tell you guys we are on the pinnacle. We are right on the precipice of seeing this fantastic finale phase in the crypto markets. This is my 3rd bull market. And this is not just my 3rd bull market. There's a bunch of other people that I follow on X.com who it's their 3rd bull market, their 4th bull market. They've been in since crypto began. And they all have the same exact stance that I do, that we are nowhere near the end, right? The OGs, the people who have skin in the game, that have experience in this space, they are bullish beyond all belief. Institutional money, bullish beyond all belief. We saw record volume on Monday this week, just in ETFs alone for crypto, right? In the midst of all this mayhem. We had like $3.5 billion in inflows just for ETFs, for crypto ETFs. It was crazy, right? Even in the midst of all this was after the aftermath of the 10th there. We're very much not done with the bull run. There's very much more to go. And the people that are freaking out the loudest right now are people that are in their 1st bull market or even their 2nd bull market. There are some people who are in their 3rd or 4th bull market. There are a very select few that are panicking as well right now, but the majority of crypto investors that have been in this game for 10 years or more, like myself, They're calm as can be. They're not worried about this at all. The only thing that I'm thinking, the only thing that pains me right now is, damn it, I wish I had some dry powder on the side because I'd like to buy in. I would like it if the next time that I made gains on a trade, or the next paycheck that comes in, or whatever it is, the next time I get some cash flow, I'd like it if these prices were still here, but they're probably not going to be here. We're probably going to be moving up. I wouldn't be surprised if between today, the 17th of October, and the 20th, sometime between now and the 20th, we find our low. It really could be today. And when I say our low, I mean the low, before we start moving up to new all-time highs again. We are on the precipice of moving up to new all-time highs. We are at extreme levels of fear. Now, I shouldn't say extreme levels of fear, but we are at levels of fear that we haven't seen since April, since we were at the low points here. And we're at the highest lows we've seen this whole cycle, guys. Like, we're nowhere near any kind of calamitous, disastrous event taking place. We have not broken market structure. And I just, I really do stand by what I'm saying here, which is that if you're looking for negative feedback, if you're looking for people to tell you it's time to get out of the markets, that it's the bear market, you're going to find it. They're loudest at the lows. They are very loud at the lows. The negative news is the loudest at the lows. But remember, they're at their most positive at the highs. So again, you can use that news to kind of tell you, okay, well, we're at a low point. CNBC this whole time has been largely positive on Bitcoin. I haven't seen two negative articles in a row in the same day on Bitcoin, but here they are right there. I haven't seen that in a long time, right? Shorts and longs are all the way up here. Shorts are all the way up at $20 billion. Longs are decimated. We've got all the fuel we need to continue to go higher. Just hold out. Buy the dip, if anything, buy the dip. Sit on your hands. Trust the process. And by Thanksgiving, we're all going to be very impressed with where the market is. And not just by Thanksgiving, but by the end of the year and going into 2026 as well. We got a lot of cycle left in us. It's not done here. I've got nothing else to say. I just wanted to come on here and make sure, check everybody, make sure that you're still in the game here. It's a very terrible time to sell. That's what I'll leave you with. It's just a very, very terrible time to sell. You do not sell the lows and buy the highs, right? But if you sell now, you are doing that effectively. You are selling the lows, and you probably bought at a relative high point. So that's all I got. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Just don't panic. And if I could give you a piece of genuine advice, not financial advice, but just genuine advice, something that I think just sounds right to its core for all of us, is if you're planning on making financial decisions, buying assets, selling assets, whatever it might be, if you're planning on making financial decisions, make sure that plan comes from a place of logic, okay? It does not come from a place of emotion or desperation. It has to come from a steady, solid place. You want your finances to be steady and solid, your decision making has to be steady and solid. If it comes from something that is emotionally based, it's not going to be good. Okay? And you'll learn. Again, nobody right now, nobody who's saying that they're getting out of crypto, that they're tapping out, they're done, nobody means it. check right now. Go on x.com. Whatever accounts are saying that they're not involved in crypto anymore, they're tapping out, bookmark them and see where they're at once we're at new all-time highs. They're going to be back. So what they're saying is, instead of saying I'm panic selling, they're just saying I'm out, I'm tapped out, I'm done. But they were here for all the other times, right? They were here for all the pumps. They're here for all that. They're going to be back. They're going to be back. They're just going to be at higher prices. Mark my words. That's what happens every single time. Hit the like button, subscribe. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.